What's going on, guys? So Riot have just announced what they plan to do for the next season as far as the ladder and the climb goes. They've released two more tiers or divisions, one in between Masters and Challenger called Grandmaster, the other one is below Bronze, it's called Iron, and each one of them is going to have 4 tiers instead of 5, so that goes for Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum, Diamond as well, have now only 4. But in this video I'm going to be talking about what this actually means as far as what I think it's going to change as far as the climb goes, and if it really fixes some of the problems they've said that they want to fix. And the first one, and the main one they spoke about, is ranked anxiety. And ranked anxiety is not wanting to play ranked because you're too scared of losing what you already have instead of wanting to go for the next division. So if you're Diamond 5, you really don't feel like Masters is even ever possible because the skill gap in the division is far too big, and you know, it just seems really unrealistic and you can't do it. So you just want to keep what you get and you're scared of losing it. That's what ranked anxiety is, kind of. And they want to change that, and the way that they're going to go about that is changing how the placements go. Now what they're going to do is that you're going to play a game, and if you win it you get a division, if you lose it you still get a division, but obviously it's going to be different. I believe it's still based off of the rank that you got last season. So for example, if you're Diamond 5 and you win the game, does it mean you're going to get Gold, or does it mean you're going to get Plat 5? Like, they weren't too specific. I don't understand how they could really measure it and warrant too much of a change from that one game. As well as if you lose it, how much really do you lose? So is it a difference between, say, getting placed in Plat 5 to Gold 5? They weren't too specific once again, so I guess we'll only find out. But then what they're doing with the next 10 games I think is a really good idea, where you gain LP kind of like double the rate, so you'll gain like 48 LP for a win, and you won't lose anything for a loss for 10 games, and then you get your actual rank. So this means that you can climb like 4-5 divisions. I think it's realistically 4 divisions, because you also skip your promos. You don't have to deal with promos, so you will climb obviously at a much faster rate. However, I do have a few issues with the whole divisions system as a whole, because there are still only 27 divisions. I say only because they haven't really increased the number of divisions, and this means that people are still going to get stuck in the same division number. For example, in the lower end of the spectrum, so Iron, Bronze, Silver, this has fixed the issue with skill gap. You know, more people are going to be in Iron, less people are going to be in Bronze. Obviously Iron wasn't there last season, so say if you split how many people are in Bronze, so a third of Bronze from this season goes into Iron, the next bit goes into Silver, and the last third stays in Bronze. You know, you've split out the player base, and you know, some of the player base feel like they've gotten something from this, and some of the player base feels like they can climb to Bronze from Iron. But the issue I have as a Diamond player is that Diamond 5 is notorious for being the worst division in the game. Bjergsen, Double Lift, I'm a Cutie Pie, I Will Dominate, all really high elo players that are really good at the game and have proven multiple times that they can get Challenger. So these guys don't have an excuse. They're not blaming anything apart from, you know, stating cold facts that Diamond 5 is horrible to play in and hard to climb out of. And these guys are some of the best of the best. So if you are, you know, skill level, say Diamond 3, and you're in Diamond 5, if they find it hard to climb out of Diamond 5, then how are you meant to be able to climb out of Diamond 5? You know, it's that kind of argument, and it takes a lot to get out of it because of all the boosters, all the people that have brought accounts. People are very toxic just because of this situation that's going on in Diamond 5, and I feel like people are still going to, you know, be doing the same thing, buying accounts, getting boosted. Boosters are going to be in there because obviously people are being boosted, and this just really means that the same issue is going to happen because it's still the 21st division. Diamond 4 and Diamond 5 are still the 21st division. It's still going to have realistically the same group of people. There are going to be above you, there are going to be some people that are split out a bit better now, and below you there are going to be people that are split out a bit better. But the problem is that the people in Diamond haven't really changed and won't really have changed, and this is an issue for me. And I feel like the way they should have fixed this is put a division in between Platinum and Diamond so that people are kind of spread out more around that. When you start to get higher elo, when you start to get to high elo, people are spread out, so some people aren't considered, you know, high elo. They're not quite in Diamond yet. People have to, you know, boost that extra division, which makes all the emphasis not on Diamond, or maybe even in between Masters and Diamond. I don't know. I just feel like the division should have been really around the Diamond area because of all the issues they've got, and maybe it could have fixed some of the problems. But we'll move on from the higher end of the ladder and start talking about some of the things that I feel like they could add in. You know, I've seen people say that they could add in that I feel, once again, is a good idea and maybe they should think about implementing. So the first one is have a best rank or your highest rank, you know, your peak rank onto your profile features so that people can see, so that you can see, like, you know, your highest elo that you've gotten this season, and you can really feel proud about, you know, you climbed that high. Because the problem with the ladder is that it's constantly changing, with the game also constantly changing. You can feel like you're no longer as good as you were, even though it's the same season and you're playing exactly the same, you're no longer as good. And, you know, this could really make people feel like a little bit better about their climb. Another thing is, should they get rid of series? You know, should they get rid of your promos? Because I feel like once you've got 100 LP, you know, you've won those 5 games, you've won, you know, 7 out of 10 games. I feel like that is already proven that you've won enough games to be that high up, so you could get put into the other division. But there would have to be a counterpart to this, because otherwise the ladder would fluctuate too much and you'd go up and you'd go down. Because I feel like to be able to go up that easy, you'd also have to be able to come down that easy. So I see a few people wanting that to happen, but that's my opinion, that I feel like if you want to be able to go up that quickly and that easily, there has to be no protection for you going down. Like at the moment, when you get protected from demotion, you can have like 4 games on losses and 0 LP. Maybe you can only lose 1 game on 0 LP, and then the next game you lose, you will get demoted. And I feel like that would also annoy people. So maybe Riot can't really win on this. I feel like the situation that they've got at the moment is fine. Promos isn't great, but it's what they've got at the moment, and I think that's fine. And then I started speaking about the arts side of stuff, and personally I don't say I really care about the art side of stuff at the moment. Now when they release everything, I know it's going to completely blow me away, because their art team is really good and really talented, and they're phenomenal at their jobs. But personally I can't really say that I really care about that part of the announcement. I just always know it's going to come. They're always going to randomly bring out new artworks, and it's always going to be good. But I guess I'm a little bit happy that they've decided to focus on the aesthetic feeling of what you get for being a certain rank, because once again that makes you feel a little bit better about your climb. But overall, to conclude, I feel like as far as ranked anxiety goes, which is the first point they've brought up, within promos I feel like they've done a phenomenal job. I feel like it's a really good idea, but then outside of that, I feel like I don't think they're going to have fixed a lot of why people get ranked anxiety halfway through the season. You know, if you lose Diamond, you've still got to try and get it back. I guess there are less divisions to go down now, but it doesn't really fix too much, and people are always going to be more scared of losing than wanting to win for the most part, until they really fix the community or just the way that the LP system works, and maybe we'll go back to an ELO system, but we'll have to find out. This is my opinion. Once again, let me know what your guys' opinion is. Let me know if I missed anything. You know, just let's have a debate down in the comment section, but for the most part, let's try and keep it civil. I know I'm going to butt heads with a few other people's opinions, but you know, that's just part of the world. But thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.